The Arena World Championship 2022 Grand Finals have concluded, and the 2022 champions have been crowned. My name is Supatease, and in this video, I'll be recapping the best moments of the 2022 AWC Finals, including the all-new cross-region tournament, which put the top Europe and North American teams against each other for the first time since 2019. The Grand Finals of Europe began with a massive upset as CGN Esports did the impossible, handing Kungarna their first defeat 3-2.
Blizzo into a kidney shot. Combustion is out onto Blizzo. He in-range regens, but Lone Tar's in such a good position. He's just 80 yards away, healing Blizzo through the assault, praying they can get the win. They have Abomination's Limb. They have the Conch Banner. He gets the Blade Storm, and he's going to be cutting down Met at any moment. There's basically no mana left for him. They're all over him. I think this is it. They're doing the impossible. There's no way they're going to be able to do this. They pummel Raikou. They in-cap the team, and they pull it off. They take down Matt. I cannot believe it.
Casual Dads would be the next to fall, getting blown out by SK Gaming.
Going to be able to use that on the next setup. And Casual Dads, I mean, the pressure really is mounting right now, going for mind games, but Clyde might go down. He gets dropped. A beautiful push there by SK Gaming. I do not believe he's running the Resurrection Legendary. They're going to be going for it here on Zeepai, but Zeepai knows he's going to be fine. Gets out of the stun, trades out the Astral Shift, and a 2-0 lead here for SK Gaming.
This led to an unlikely upper bracket final between CGN Esports and SK Gaming. Asgarath's Druid denied CGN's ability to grasp victory.
To keep him alive, Vanish trades out with the Iron Bar. Huge defensive cooldown overlap, but they needed it. At the same time, Swapsy could go down. It's dismantled. There's no incoming heals. Dismantle on Lotar. He gets dropped. A beautiful setup there by SK Gaming, unrelenting with their pressure. Maro's low, but I think we'll be able to stabilize. A beautiful finish there for SK Gaming.
In the lower side, Kungarna were filled with fire from their earlier defeat, 3-0ing the Casual Dads.
They stay alive, but this is where we start to mark domination. If they can't force Cauterize or Ice Block from Raikou, that's when you know you got dominated in the mirror. And right now, Alec is still on the back foot. Crowd control onto Clyde. This could easily be the Ice Block. He Dragon's Breath Waz. He's trying to stall as long as possible, but instant Mass Dispel! Meh is hard!
Kungarna's lower bracket Conqueror's Path wouldn't stop there as they sweeped out CGN Esports. MetX fully adapted for the rematch, and CGN's Esports Ursul's Vortex strategy to kill MetX would prove ineffective a second time around.
Get a big combustion, and that will be the anti-magic zone. A huge moment of defense. Met is going for it, though. He's low on health. He gets the mind games. Can they take down Swapsy? They do. Kungarna comes back stronger than ever.
The grand final stage was set between SK Gaming and Kungarna. SK Gaming struggled to find an answer against the fired-up Titans and went on to lose 4-0.
Kungarna is walking all over them right now. I think Maro should be able to hold on, but this pressure is just unrelenting here from the side of Kungarna. This is absolutely an amazing start.
Absolutely crazy, and they're going to continue the chain. Full kidney shot into a full ring of frost. This might just be it for Maro. Can they dispel that Nova onto Waz? Here's the Chastise to allow Waz to connect. They get the Dragon's Breath onto Asgarath. Can they get the Cauterize? They're so close, barely holding on here. Maro, Asgarath trying to fake cast Raikou, but he still has that counterspell. Raikou with ice in his veins, holding on to it, and now finally does get faked. Asgarath does keep him alive. He gets one heal, but there's a kidney shot. Mass moving in, does have the fear available. He uses it onto Zeepai. They get a full shield onto Asgarath. That's it. 3 versus 1. It would reach it. Full blind secure. That is it. Kungarna will be the winners of the European region.
In North America, Kawhi came into the finals as the #1 seed from Circuit. Their domination continued against 3.5 men's curveball compositions.
Kearney is blinding lighted at this point. Kawhi are absolutely dominating 3.5 men. They are just minutes maybe away from closing out this game. Fuse walls at the last second and somehow pulls himself back from the brink time and time again. These miracle workers from 3.5 men. Prev is down low, double blinding light. They need to get dispersion or a kill here. They have to get a major cooldown with this. They're not finding it. And once again, look at the team. They're just decimated. Everybody's dying. Kearney's behind the pillar trying to Holy Light. Fuse is trying to get Maelstrom. He's dropping Healing Stream totems to try and support, but there's such limited mana, a full blind, but they break the blind. They broke the blind. This is a big opportunity. Kearney Fleshcrafts. He gets kicked out of the way, but he could just die, and he will.
The second round of NA was between Titans, Cloud9, and Team Liquid. Cloud9 pulled off this series with a surprise Windwalker pick, and with devastating swaps like this, crushed Team Liquid in the upper bracket.
Now they're swapping the damage to Chun-Li. He's down to half health. Team Liquid are certainly not letting off steam here. They're still full power. He's got his portal down. He's ready to gate away. This is the Zwen. They need to be careful. They're swapping to Trill. Insane damage. Why they killed him twice? Oh my god, the damage on the Trill is going to give me a heart attack. Now they're swapping to Sidu in the kidney shot. What is this damage and where is it coming from? Sidu is dead.
Cubsy would then step in to fill the shoes of Chanimal's Warlock against Kawhi in the upper finals, getting Cloud9 to a 2-0 lead. But this 2-0 lead was chipped away as Kawhi stuck to their guns on their Shadow Priest Outlaw Rogue Holy Paladin, forcing Cloud9 to break out very unusual picks, but inevitably fail to take down the Goliath in their first attempt.
Might be able to pull off a win, but maybe I'm speaking too soon. Flop is crowd controlled. Wealthy Man's targeted down. He can't death strike for one more second.
Down.
They take it. Kawhi close it out with the reverse sweep, 3-2.
Day 2 of the NA Finals began with Team Liquid obliterating their opponents, 3.5 men. Mez and Trill destroyed the damage meters with a Death Knight rogue composition.
What does Trill have for Kavish? He's on 1% HP. He tries to stay alive with the Guardian Spirit, and I think Kavish is going to be able to stay alive, but there's the silence on the Kearney. He gets gripped. Trill looking for the kidney. He gets dispelled on the ship. He gets the kidney, and they are taking him out.
Team Liquid would advance for a rematch against Cloud9. Team Liquid brought in Sam I Am on Demonology Warlock as a solution for Cloud9's Windwalker Chun-Li. Sam had many amazing saves and usage of portals to save himself in close matches like this Game 4, but despite their best efforts, Team Liquid would be overwhelmed by Cloud9.
The pressure is at its highest, and he is still keeping his cool here in Game 5, now trying to turn it around. The Fell Obelisk down, getting a lot of hand to Gul'dan's. Wealthy Man down to half, reconnected, full blind. This could be it. He's got Cloak. He's going to faint. Line of sight the Warlock. Grapple back to midfield with the Vanish. Try and reconnect. Try and go for the win. Full blind on a Sidu, and this is it. Sam has nothing, and is dead. He will go down.
This victory now set the stage for an epic grand finals in North America. A rematch between Cloud9 and Kawhi. Cloud9 tagged in their rogue Death Knight Mistweaver on a very rare Blade's Edge Arena map pick to try to take the series, but this would eventually backfire and lead to their demise as the close quarters of the bridge would leave Flop open to crowd control and allow Kawhi to close the match and remain North America's champion.
The dispersion, they kick Prev. He tries to blink with the freedom, tries to escape. He gets grip. Brain gets knocked off the side. That Ring of Peace could win the game. He's trying to get in line of sight. Prev is so low, they bop him out of the stun. Void Eruption. Prev is trying to pull off the win. Blind into Kidney Shot. Can they finish Chun-Li here? Can they drop him? Sap out of the blind. Chun-Li is cheap shot. He pre-faints it. Is it going to be enough with the pre-faint? Flop comes out, but it's not. The silence for follow-up. And Kawhi will remain your North American champions.
Now that the European and North American champions had been crowned, there was one debate that needed to be settled. Who would be the best between them? The first round saw Kungana and Kawhi quickly dispatching their opponents. Meanwhile, one of the most highly anticipated EU vs NA series between SK Gaming and Team Liquid would deliver as promised, going all the way to Game 5.
SK Gaming hasn't really committed anything, so this is an opening for them if Maro can stay stable. Asgrass blind, but he pre-Iron Barks. They could swap to Z-Pi. He's going to faint, try and reduce the damage. Stun Trill, keep him on the back foot, decides to cloak on top of it. Not too much value into Double Outlaw, though. They're chasing down Z-Pi behind the pillar. 1 second left on Sap. And finally, is he going to fall here? Asgrass into the kidney on his NS, and that will be it. I think it was an IQD snipe from Sidu off to the side.
We would then see Cloud9 versus CGN Esports, another highly anticipated cross-region match. Cloud9's Mage Lock would prove to be too much to handle with the overwhelming damage in the final game.
IQD there, actually. Oh no, he trinketed. I'm so used to seeing IQD these days that I don't even look for the trinket, but he does trinket out of that, and it connects with the life cocoon. Now Lontar put in a paralyzed into a sheep. Ooh. Double leg sweep on the swaps. He's full of trinket. He's getting blasted, and that is it. What an insane setup. Look at Wealthy Man dropping the wall there as well for good measure.
Moving on in the upper bracket, Kawhi clashed with Team Liquid. Sam I Am was brought in as a ringer in the final games, having some very close moments, but even his Demonology Warlock would be unable to best Kawhi.
Coming down to the wire, 0 mana for Sidu. That drink could win the game for Brain, but there's no defense for Prev, the Demonic Tyrant. He needs to dispel this Tyrant if it gets turn eviled. The Tyrant needs to get some spells. Sidu is drinking Sam Gates to Sidu. Sidu could get some mana, but they have no defensives. He has no mobility. Sam needs to, no, he gets sapped on the drink. That's gonna close the game. There's no breakers. They're overwhelming Sam. He's ready. He's got the blind, and Kawhi closes it out 3-1.
CGN Esports and SK Gaming rounded out day 1 with victories, meaning day 2 began with a bang between CGN Esports and Team Liquid.
Yeah, absolutely. Lonta right now sitting up for a lot of mana. They got a mind control onto Blizzard, but Swapsy, what is he doing? No! He gets caught behind the pillar. He doesn't bubble.
We would then return to the upper bracket for the most anticipated match between EU's Kungana and NA's Kawhi. Kawhi had a lot of close calls and stood their ground, but would be unable to dent the European champions, losing 0-3.
The Ascendant coming in. Here comes the damage. Gouge onto Brain, and that will be Meh striking first blood here.
Prev's now into the kidney shot. Here comes Boon of Ascendant. Massive damage, and at 1%.
Conroy is still available, but crowd control on Meh. This is such a back and forth game. Can
Full
Prev
blind.
hold on a little bit longer?
He's on
Full
forbearance.
blind comes in from Waz. Prev, there is
Full
no
shape.
way out, and he will get dropped. What an insane game from both of these teams, putting on a show. But Kungana on the away field is able to claim game number 2, and this is not looking good for Kawhi.
And here comes the Boon of the Ascendant. Waz looking for the opening, and the Master Spell gets counterspelled. Meh is in position for double fear. He gets it, but it's DR onto Brain. They have a kidney shot or anything else to follow that up with. Does not appear to be the case here. Prev will survive, only using the Fey Guardians here really, and the Vampiric Embrace. But Infinity Go continues. Full kidney shot on Brain, full kidney shot on Prev. Boon of the Ascendant Combustion. They're just raw forcing this. Prev, 1 HP. He might just die.
SK Gaming defeated Cloud9, setting up their rematch versus Team Liquid, which began with a quick kill from SK.
Get that kind of 2-point assault. And right now, Trill, though, could be in a little bit of trouble. Sidu sitting through a sheep, gonna get more CC. They don't even need it.
Team Liquid held their ground on their double outlaw, but the Rogue Mage Druid would prove too slippery to pin down. SK Gaming advanced 3-1.
Fleshcraft channels out the Fleshcraft to avoid a kidney there. I think he might have avoided Samham's kidney. They're going after Sidu. There's no Guardian here, and Samham actually getting bashed. We have more CC for Sidu. Dragon's Breath! That is it! Unbelievable swap coming out here.
SK Gaming would then advance to face Kawhi. SK Gaming played multiple compositions in this series, getting a win with Zeepai's Elemental Shaman, and with a Fury Warrior Outlaw Rogue Pain Train, ran down onto Prev's Shadow Priest. Prev unwaveringly stayed locked to the Shadow Priest in the final game and came out victorious.
I think they've done it. I think they have it. Mercy getting so low.
Look at
CC
the
on Azeroth. Mercy popping in rage regen. They're both below 25% life, and somehow, some way, Mercy survives. Now the pressure's on over to Previ. There's the full kidney shot. We have the fade. We have this burst. Zeepai getting so dangerously low and does go down. Kawhi somehow gonna make it a North American versus European Grand Finals.
Now the stage would be set in the grand finals between NA and EU. Kungana versus Kawhi once again. Kungana took an early lead, which caused Kawhi for the first time to switch composition to a Retribution Paladin Rogue.
He might have positioned himself too aggressively, and this could be Kawhi's first win.
This got them the kill onto Met X. However, afterwards though, Kungana would adapt and Kawhi would be unable to find an answer. Our global champions, Kungana.
Meh, anticipating crowd control, and I think he might have hit something because it's canceled at this point. Meh charges in, full blind on Brain, trouble for Prev. He's master spelled on a Divine Shield here. It could be the end of the game. Gets a Word of Glory. He's line of sighting at the Tombstone. Gets kicked. He's gonna go for a Fleshcraft. Gets counterspelled. Boon of Ascendant on the counterspell. He's gonna pop the Shield of Vengeance, but they're cutting right through it, and Prev's critically low. 1%, and that will be it. Kungana close it out. 4-1, your global champions.
And that wraps up the AWC 2022 season. There was so much action during the AWC finals, so be sure to check out the full games on the channel and click subscribe for more World of Warcraft content. Until next time, see you in Azeroth.